Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Escape Champions League here on the EscapeAoE channel. We're going to be bringing you the semi-finals and the grand finals back to back today from the recorded games, of course, that were played last week, giving you all of the complete coverage of the ECL. Joining me once again today, I have Robo. We are in our little box, and I'm excited for these games.
Yeah, and it's going to be pretty exciting because, especially for the second match of the day, AM versus Suomi, they're both fighting so hard for second. And if we take a quick look at the standings here, like we can see how close they all are together. Like SY, they've already been eliminated in this bracket. They're not getting any points. Frantic, Suomi, and AM all guaranteed at least 3 points. So for a minimum, Frantic's going to jump above SY. Suomi's going to be tied with them, and if AM can make it to the finals,
then they'll be ahead of Suomi.
Yeah, SY suddenly drops from second to fourth or fifth, basically instantly in this bracket, which is insane for these four teams who are fighting to get to the LAN final.
It's incredibly tight. I mean, we're kind of assuming that Secret aren't fighting to get to the LAN final anymore.
It's quite unlikely that they're not going to make it at this point.
Right, exactly. They're so far out ahead at this stage, but the fight for second is well and truly heating up. There is just 5 points separating those top five, or second to fifth. So the second four teams. But blimey, we've got a good set of games coming up then today. It's going to be best of fives today as we're in the semi-finals now. We've got Frantic, Secret, AM, Suomi. There's the brackets. So we can see already Frantic taking out SY in that first round, locking them out of the points here in the 3v3 stage. And then Secret against Vietnam Legends. Vietnam Legends did take a game from Secret.
Yeah, they were looking really, really powerful. They had their chances for sure. It was just, a couple of unfortunate mistakes here and there just sort of dropped them out.
And I think they played well. I think almost tipping it 2-1 for VNA there. But Secret do make it through. They'll be facing Frantic first. And this is not going to be easy for either team. Both teams are going to be bringing their A game here and absolutely have the potential to take each other out. Obviously, Frantic would love to get to the finals. Just to remind ourselves of the standings here, they're in third place, 1 point behind SY. If they can make it past Secret here, well, they're going to be in a great spot.
Oh yeah, they're going to jump so far ahead because second gets 6 points, first gets 8 points. That jumps them almost out of reach of Suomi and AM in the next couple of rounds if they can get there.
Yeah, but they have to get there, and that's the challenge, right?
Yeah, of course. Getting past Secret is like that big hurdle at the end of the road. It's like, is Secret in my half of the bracket? That's like the Uber boss.
Yeah, Secret are like the boss, right? And not only that, they have 2 health bars. So,
and then they respawn, and you have to do it all over again.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty rough. But yeah, that's gonna be our first match. Secret against Frantic, followed by AM Suomi, and then the winners of those matches against each other. And that will be the final, which we're going to be bringing to you today as well. Thanks, Will, for the resub. Noobs, apparently. Apparently we're noobs. I don't know.
Feels bad, man.
I mean, what are we noob at exactly? I think we're better at AoE 2 and borderline getting better at AoE 3. So.
Yeah, I think we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there. By the end of the year, you watch.
Yeah. He won't be the expert at AoE 3
then.
anymore. We'll be there.
We'll be there. We're coming for you, Will. When is the LAN finals? The LAN finals should be in August, provided everything goes correctly. We're still waiting on Microsoft to inform us of the location and organize that stuff, because that's their responsibility. And at the moment, there is no info. So we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, the sooner we know, the better. But we'll let you guys know as soon as we know, basically. So our first set, let's go and jump into the match. We're going to have 5 maps in the pool. We've got Atoll, followed by Hill Fort, Descent Ring, Riverbed, and Bog. Atoll will be the home map of Secret for game number 1.
Yep, and then the next 2 maps were chosen by Frantic. They decided Hill Fort and Descent Ring, they might have a good chance against Secret on those maps. They've hopefully prepared some, special strategies. They've got some ideas in mind for what they want to do on those maps, and hopefully we can get a nice close series here.
Yeah, I'd hope so as well. Obviously, Descent Ring, it's interesting to me that they chose that Frantic, because, it's one of those maps which is really all about the mechanics, and you'd think Secret would have the edge there. But, you know, Descent Ring's been around for a long time. It's, you know, it's one of the old maps from Nations Cup, and people have played
More is
this at a
coming
high
on.
level.
They've been playing this, you know,
Yeah.
5 years now.
A long time. And it really only shows itself in tournaments. So, you know, I was talking to Mentalist actually the other day on Vubly, and, you know, since we're both in the same team,
Oh.
we're best buds.
Humble brag.
Yeah, I know, right? Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah.
Uh, but he was, you know, he's part of Heresy, right? And they played on December. Sorry, yeah, you know what I mean.
The other team.
I was getting confused, but well, he's actually a Nabs player, so you know that's all that matters.
He's in
to me.
one clan, but he's playing
But he's
for another
playing
team.
for-
It's a
doesn't
bit
matter.
confusing.
The point is, he played Descent Ring with his team, and it didn't go so well. But he was saying, like, I know this map. I'm just so out of practice because I've not played it in 2 years, right? Like,
yeah.
it's been such a long time. So a lot of players are familiar with the maps, but the practice still makes perfect is the motto
And,
there.
like, you still know like what your idea is. You're just not completely on point with what you're doing.
Yeah, you're not on it like a car bonnet, and
Exactly.
that's disappointing. Albo converted from a Twitch Prime sub to a Tier 1 sub. Thank you. I guess he...
That means you're paying money instead of using a free sub.
Well, Albo, thank you for all the support. We appreciate that a lot, giving us the bitties yesterday and the continued support with the
Gift
the
subs
gift
and everything.
subs. Yeah, you're awesome. So we're going to go into game 1 in just a moment. Atoll will be the first map, and I think we'll load it up right now. Word of warning, this game does have a drop, so we'll be having a short break in the middle to resume it once it drops. But if you want to launch it, Robo, we'll get going.
You gotta launch it.
I'm launching it. What the hell?
That's how it works with the drop games.
Oh. Well then,
Duh.
you know what? Let's just do that now. Quick hosting. Thank you, Robo. I don't know what I'm doing.
Start a single player.
Yes, that's correct.
We're professional streamers. We know what we're doing.
Correctus.
Yeah,
Look,
that's good.
I thought you'd loaded up the game in the other. You know what? Doesn't matter.
It's all
We're
good.
gonna get through this.
It's all good.
I gotta get through this. I gotta get through this. We're gonna make it into the game. Oh, I gotta get through this. And I'll stop singing now before everyone tunes out. Right, let's go. We are here. Welcome everyone. Game number 1 between Frantic and Secret. It is a best of 5 semi-final for the ECL Southeast Asia 3v3 stage. Did I get that right?
You did get that right.
Woo!
Good
We're
job,
off to a
Zach.
good start.
You started well.
So Atoll first map chosen by Secret as their home map. They did well on this map in the first round. They won decisively, and they went for a pure water approach.
And then just transition to land later. Whereas some of the other teams, they sort of have one player go for land and the rest fight for water, so it's a bit of a 50-50 approach. And Secret just sort of took a huge water control, they had huge fish booms, and then once they went onto land, they just had so much more military ready to go.
Yeah, and it was Doubt that was the sort of land player. He was Japanese Pocket last time they played this map, and he opened with I think it was skirmishes and samurai against the Mayan player. This time around, though, looking at the civs here, we can see that Frantic don't have Mayans. They've actually got mirror civs, so it's probably going to be a very similar approach from both teams. And this is, of course, the advantage that teams have when they can sort of watch the recorded games and sort of do their
prepare their
spying
strategies, right? You see, this is
yeah.
what they did last time. Maybe they'll do the same thing again. How are we going to combat that?
Right, exactly. And wow, look at Tim. Look at Tim go. He's trying to lame the Viper here. A lot of history between these two players. Who's grassing who in this occasion? Well, Viper's having his water buffalo stolen away, but he's winning the scout fight. So Tim's like, yeah, let me see if I can grab some of that.
Oh, he's trying to lame the buffaloes as well.
Yeah, he's trying to get away with it, but he will get one back by the looks of things, as he leads Viper to the right and the Buffalo goes to the left. Now, is that really that much of a big deal? Probably not.
No, it's not going to make a difference
Not
in the
really.
game.
It's 150 food, but you've got 3 rhinos with 400 food each.
It's just like
you're not really missing
a
it.
funny little thing just to discuss in the early game. They're providing entertainment for the viewers. They understand that we're watching this.
That's true. There's grass on grass action here. Man, in the origin of that, it's kind of funny when you think about it. Viper's really capitalized on the fact that Tim told him he was going to grass his sister once upon a time.
Right.
And that's that.
Yeah, it's become
Let's
a
run
huge
with that
meme
one.
now, yeah.
Don't even
Okay.
think Viper has a sister, so I don't know how he's planning on doing that one. But yeah, gotta love Tim. Gotta love the Asian players in general. Actually, they're quite comical. Even if they don't mean to be, they just have this
Way
comedy
with words.
factor, right? Vivi as well. Vivi's hilarious. There's so many times when I've seen Vivi in the lobby, and he's just like typing the most hilarious stuff in the chat.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, so we're going to quickly just introduce the civs and the players.
Yeah, let's go around, starting with Viper here in the yellow. Malay up to the northwest flank. We've got northeast Tato Pocket. He's playing as the Italians in red. And then Doubt, he's on the east flank, Japanese in purple.
Around for the other team, for Frantic, we have CL in the teal or the cyan playing as the Japanese. We've got a nice Japanese mirror on this flank. We've got Really Diao, otherwise known as Vivi or Fat Dragon, in the pocket as the Malay. And then finally, as we said, we have Tim versus the Viper in the green as Italians.
Yeah, and Tim's scout has been so interesting to watch.
Oh, he's going to leave this villager?
He's being so lamey. And this is... Oh, no, he's just
no.
missed his opportunity there.
Oh, that would have been so good.
Like, he totally could have lamed that Vil. But you know what? Viper might still struggle with this a little bit. That Rhino
I think he should make it to the
hits
TC.
hard and fast.
He's got 2 more hits
Yeah,
here.
he'll
He'll make
make
it.
it,
He'll
he'll
make
make
it
it.
just. So, like, if Tim had done any laming whatsoever, that Vil was
Yeah,
dead.
if he blocked it even for a fraction of a second there, she would have died. But Viper gets the Rhino home, and Tim's scouting is really on point. He's keeping close eye on what's going on, scouting all of the shoreline.
Finding where the docks are. He's knowing, is Viper going aggressive, or is he just going to go for like more of a safe back dock, sort of fish boom a little bit before fighting?
It's quite an aggressive dock, isn't it?
Yeah,
as
for
it turns out. Tim's dock is much more further back. Like, it's way in the corner. He's got loads of fish. And it's kind of on the back side of his island, away from Viper's dock. Viper, if we have a look at his point of view, does not know where the dock of Tim is. In fact, his scout's being chased away by a villager, it looks like. So,
What?
yeah.
Tim coming forward for some forward walls, it looks like.
Yeah, it seems so. And walling here has been so valuable, and he's got his villager nearby. Tim's going to lose his scout, though, if he's not careful. Does have to run back, gets the villager involved.
Oh, but
Viper's got a
Vil's here
villager
as well.
too.
It's so equal here.
Yeah, this is good. Goodness me, this is quite tense, actually. I think Tim's like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll just go back then. I've not got the HP on my scout to fight this, but if he can just pick the scout off, then maybe he'll be okay. Viper's continuing to go forward, however. Tim gets some extra hits involved there as well. And then on the other side of the map, it's more walling, but, it's a 3v3. There's a lot to watch and a lot going on. It looks like Tato's bringing his scout over as well, so that could spell the end of Tim's villager here. As Viper's about to go feudal, and we'll get the extra damage on his scout any second now.
Oh, but Tim's like, no, I don't want to lose this Vil. Send all the villagers forwards.
Oh, and he gets the scout of Viper. His own scout goes down. Tato isn't in the feudal age yet, so his scout isn't that effective, and this villager here can just go back with 10 HP. Viper's villager now getting a little bit deep behind enemy lines. And everybody loves some villager fighting. These guys, obviously,
and Viper's
at each other's throats right now.
Viper's not really paying a lot of attention here. Like, his villager could have been walled in there and just trapped on Tim's side of the map if he wasn't paying attention. He just manages to escape here. But otherwise, like, how are the players going for feudal age? Viper is up first as the Malay, obviously abusing that really fast
Malay
uptime bonus to start spamming out the fire galley. He's trying to get over to Tim before he's up to feudal himself, which, as we see, he's already got 1 fire galley. Tim just hits feudal. He's got nothing to defend this just yet.
That's true. And, Viper doesn't actually know where Tim's dock is, but he could make a really good guess based on what he can see.
If I keep going along the waterline, I will find it eventually,
You'll
right?
get there. Exactly. And wow, look at these walls. Tim's like, yeah, let's throw the gates down.
Right, because the interesting thing with this map is the ships can sort of pass over this sandy sort of beach terrain here. So walling off this middle passage is really useful to stop the enemy boats just traveling through the middle of the map and avoiding you, and then going to attack your pocket or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you really want that fish boom coming from the pocket.
Yeah, you got to force them right around the edge. And Viper here getting onto the fish of Tim. And, well, I almost feel like we're watching a 1v1 right now because that's all we're watching, just those two. But they are entertaining. And, well, there's not a lot of other action happening at the moment anyway. The first fire's coming out from Doubt on the south side. And then the other Malay player, Vivi, he's in the pocket, so it's not like he was doing a super fast up. What he is doing, however, is a lot of fish, as is Tato. Both pocket players pretty much just going for like a full fish boom while they can here.
I think I kind of prefer Italians in pocket instead of Malay because they get the cheaper fishing ships, the cheaper techs. So like once you get Castle Age, you get gill nets really quickly. The cheaper aging up as well is incredibly useful. And it looks like really Diao is slinging Tim food so that he can get up to Castle Age really quickly.
Yeah.
So we're not even seeing pocket play. We're just seeing sling the flanks up to Castle Age as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Frantic is just like, well, look, Viper's on the flank. Tim is also on the flank. Let's give Tim what he really wants here. Let's sling him up so he can win.
Yeah.
Let's give him that satisfaction. Good for motivation.
Viper's switching into galleys a little bit too early, I think. He doesn't have the numbers yet to actually really fight against.
The villager, though. He denies the dock.
Getting the Vill's pretty good, but he's sort of behind on military at this point. 4-3, and that single galley is going to get cleaned up really quickly if he's not careful.
Yeah, that's very true. Meanwhile, in the south, this is how galleys are sort of done right. He's got 5-6 galleys already. Fletching is done. And Doubt can't really fight that at the moment.
Yeah,
because
not like one or two at a time. He needs to mass up his own ship and go in all at once instead of sending in one boat at a time. Which, how is Viper's fire galley all the way over here?
What? Why and how? Okay then.
Fair enough.
Like Viper just, I was like, what? That's yellow.
Right.
That's weird. He must have gone all the way around, or sort of like, because these were walled up ages ago. So I have no idea what the plan was there. But Viper's just on the other side of the map. I don't know, guys. Is he trolling? Maybe he must be trolling,
He's just
right?
scouting,
it's the only
right?
explanation.
He just wants to see what's happening. He's like, guys, I'm feeling a bit lonely on my side. I want to see what you guys are doing.
Look, Viper's not top score. He must be trolling.
Clearly,
yeah.
Clearly.
Right.
Okay, Tim's up to Castle Age already with an insanely fast time.
That's really good. That sling.
1750.
And obviously Italians, like you said, cheaper up times or cheaper up cost. So he can get up with that sling very easily.
But Viper's just clicked up, and thanks to the Malay bonus, he's going to hit Castle Age before Tim will.
Yeah, that's very true, actually. That's very true. In the middle of the map as well, look, Tato. Trying to build an outpost, and he just got scouted there. Doubt and Vivi are both in the area, but Doubt has more health on his scout, so that should get cleaned up. CL's coming over with his scout, though,
and
with 4 HP. It's like every scout here is just, like, dead.
Right, they've all just been, like, picking away at each other, trying to harass the villagers in the early game, and here we see that there was no multi-queue enabled for the game, so they're just going to restore the game to enable multi-queue.
Yeah, Vipers, all caps, like, no MQ, save. Yeah, so basically, they launched the game. It was wrong. They didn't tick the multi-queues, so they restored it. And we're going to load that part of the restore now. That's part 2.
Here we go.
So we're continuing on, and that's a good sign when all the scouts are really low. It means they've been actually actively using them
right,
throughout
instead of just camping at home,
Dark
not
Age.
doing anything.
Yeah, it's usually a good thing to have a little bit less HP on your scout in a way.
Right.
Shows you've been active.
The players are up to Castle Age. That hasn't disappeared. Just the spec overlay doesn't show text that started from before the restore.
Yeah, restore.
Right. So they'll hit Castle Age within the next minute or so, and then everything will be back to normal.
This is interesting. Viper's got 3 demos and a bunch of galleys, whereas Tim is like all in on fire ships. It could be good for Tim if he manages to split and avoid the demos, but there's 4
more
demos
there. Now.
5
and
demos.
He's getting War Galley really quickly once he gets the demolition ship upgrade.
He's going. He's going.
Oh, this is going to be nasty.
Tim is very split though. It's not too bad.
Even getting 2 or 3 at a time.
No, that wasn't great, but there's 3 more demos on the left side. Getting in there, nicely done. Viper taking out tons of ships. And
that's good. And now he's going to get War Galley, and he's going to start to clean this up. Maybe? No, he's going to go home a little bit. Wait for a few more numbers.
Yeah, that's very nice.
And I love this from Tato. He's just in the pocket position, just sending villagers forward, just walling up random things, building outposts all over the map, just to give his team
vision. Does look kind of random, doesn't it?
Right. Just spots of red everywhere.
Yeah. Just walling up all the choke points in the middle, just making it harder for Frantic to get out on the map later in the game. And Doubt seems to be doing pretty well in the south as well. CL has a lot of galleys, but he seems to be on the defensive right now as Doubt's coming in with careening, with War Galley, and he's going to make his push. number-wise, though, it's 20 versus 19, so it's pretty close. And
Right.
CL has the defender's advantage. If he can just get War Galley now.
I think it's the Doubt got up slightly faster, and he's actually doing careening really early, which isn't that standard.
No. He wants to make a big push, and he wants to win now. We also see Gillnets coming in for a few players as well, since the fish have been essentially like untouched so far in the pocket. But worried for Frantic at the moment. This does look like they are losing grasp on the water, especially as Viper is winning against Tim in the north quite decisively now.
And CL and Doubt are sort of like in a bit of a stalemate at the moment. I think the big advantage for Frantic, though, is that really Diao is up to Castle Age. He's getting his fish boom going with gill nets while there's 30 fishing ships, right? So his boom is going to be insane. He's going to, start to slow down the sling, start booming himself, and start to push into the middle. Tato's still feudal age. He can't do anything about that.
Yeah, Tato's still slinging, I presume, though he's going to go up to the Castle Age in just a second by the looks of things. Obviously, a lot of fish for both players. 36 for Tato, 32 for Vivi from the pocket there. And neither pocket has really been under any pressure, so of course they can get away with this. And that's pretty good for them. But yeah, Doubt on this right side now, trying to take the fight here against CL. He's even on military count, but obviously CL is going to have all of his military together. So I think CL should win this, as Doubt's reinforcements are a bit far back.
The +1 pierce armor is quite significant.
Oh yeah, I forgot he had careening, right?
If CL does some micro, I don't think either player has ballistics. If they try to do like splits and dodges, they might have a chance. But like in a straight up fight like this, Doubt should just clean it.
Well, Doubt's just brought his reinforcements over, so that would be key there. And well, it's still pretty close in overall military count, but CL has lost his nerve, and he is backing up to regroup here, and probably saying, Vivi, maybe think about adding
send me
some
things,
things.
please? I need
Yeah.
some help.
But
no,
he's about to go imp.
really fast imp as well, considering
Well,
he
you
is
say
melee.
really fast. Look at Viper. He's already there.
Well, true, but
Viper's
Tato's still
already
slinging
imp.
him,
Yeah,
right?
true. But still, that's insane. Like, Vivi hasn't clicked up yet. So, it's like, Tato slinging Viper to get imp is just going to be there. He's going to be there so fast. He is already there. He's doing fast fire ship now. He's making a switch.
And Galleon, he's doing both.
He's doing
upgrades.
both. Why not?
Just like, if you make all the votes, you
can.
can't get counted, right?
No, exactly. That's very true. So, Tim's pushing forward. Viper's just hit the Imperial Age. Fast fire ship's about to come in, and that's a significant upgrade as well. We've got more demo ships coming through, and oh my goodness, this is going to be
gonna
huge.
be good. Maybe.
Maybe? No? Yes? Hello? Yeah, that one right there. That was
pretty
good. And there's fast fire. Galleon's about to pop on the right side as well, and Bracer for the Viper. So this is going to be dominance up here in the north side. And Vivi's like forgot to click to Imperial, or he slung more resources out.
He must have just slung food to somebody.
Because he's not clicked up here, and he basically had the resources a minute ago. But this has allowed CL to win on the right side against Doubt now.
Or at least push him back
Or
a
at least
little
push
bit.
him back, yeah.
Oh, but there's fast fires on this side from Viper. Just their tanking potential.
Oh, Viper's got docks over here.
That's enough to turn a fight.
Yeah.
Even if they're on no attack stance. Just like, they've got 9 PS armor, they've got so much HP.
That's
the War
one
Galleys
damage.
do so little damage.
Yeah,
Just tanking in the
they're
way.
like fast rams on the water, right? Water rams, in a way.
Basically, yeah. That's their role in this engagement.
Only they shoot back as well.
Well, they do a little bit of damage back, for sure. Well, more than a little.
When you
but-
say a little bit, they do 4 damage per, like, half second.
Right, okay, yeah, they do a lot of damage back. But their main benefit for Doubt here is just to get in the way and tank so that he doesn't have to waste resources constantly replacing his boats when they die.
Yeah, that's very true, and well, that means CL is really running back now, adding in some demo ships to try and take these fires out. It's like the only way to really do it effectively, and he does do that, which means that CL can now take the fight against Doubt, but Doubt's military is much higher now. Doubt, I don't know if he's going to win this fight necessarily, because both players now have got careening, but Viper's back again with more fire ships, and that's enough once again
Incredibly
for CL to immediately run away.
And, Doubt's just clicked up to Imp. CL, he's quite far away. He's missing, 300 food and 600 gold. But it's looking like Vivi's just hitting Imperial Age. Is he pushing into the middle, or is he going onto water as well?
Vivi is in the middle. He's actually got a siege workshop and a stable there, so it looks like he wants to contest the middle here. All of his fish now running away as Viper and Doubt get a little bit too close for comfort. On the left side, Viper hasn't actually cleaned this up as quickly as I thought from Tim. Tim's done a good job to hold here and not actually crumble against the Imperial Age Viper. But
Well,
Yeah,
we
Secret.
say that, but Viper's busy fighting on both sides, right?
You say busy fighting on both
Well.
sides. It's a couple of fire ships on this side.
And still, like, if instead of making 6 or 10 fire ships on this side, they were all on that side.
That's
Maybe
true.
he could have.
Yeah,
pushed
that's
him.
true. I think if he'd have actually added all the fires to this left side, he would have crushed Tim. But I think it's more important that they win
Both sides.
in a way,
Right.
rather
They
than
really
just
want to
committing
protect
to one.
Tato's fish boom, right?
That's true. And Viper's in no sort of bad position on the left side, even if he's not won it outright.
No,
It's
he's
not
not
like
losing.
Tim's going to immediately push through and hit Tato.
No, for sure.
So in the middle of the map, they're really starting now to build up here. We've got Castle coming up for Viper. We've got a lot of TCs for Team Secret. In fact, they've got a lot of this center map control already.
Yeah, thanks to
And
all of just Tato's stone walls and stuff, just sort of slowing down Frantic's push into the middle.
That's definitely been slowed down.
Yeah.
And the monks here for Viper as well. Viper does love his monks. And see if you can get a knight. If you can get a knight, nah, no RNGs for Viper today. But if you could get a knight, you could pick off the Mangonel and slow this push even further. At the moment, the focus seems like it will shift towards the middle as Viper here in the corner cleans up Tim. And obviously, Doubt and Viper clean up CL as well. CL's down to just 2 military. In fact, 12 total military right now for Frantic
Versus
against the...
almost 60.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's not looking too good.
It all hinges on the water, doesn't it?
Like, early game especially, you really need water control for the fish boom. But like, even continuing into this stage, Secret has 60, 75, nearly 80 fishing ships, which is insane. That's 80 extra villages that you otherwise wouldn't have. Losing water means they all die, and then
Yeah, it's crazy.
You just lost half your economy.
It's actually crazy how many fish they are, or how many they have, and how many they will continue to have. Vivi adding in fast fires though, so Doubt does have to back away from that a little bit. He is, however, doing Bracer, but no Galleon. What? He's doing Bracer and Chemistry, but he didn't do Galleon.
Slight mistake there, to be sure.
He cancelled Chemistry?
Maybe.
No, he wasn't doing Chemistry. It was Tato doing Chemistry.
Maybe just decided I don't need to upgrade my boats. I'm just gonna
Focus on the
attack
middle
land with
with nothing? Okay, I don't know. Doubt's
gone slightly AFK. He's forgotten to do his upgrades.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he could certainly afford them. I'm sure he has a market, so buying a little bit of food to get Galleon a little bit earlier would absolutely be worth it, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. If you got 1,500 gold, right?
Right,
200
exactly.
gold to get Galleon. That's a good trade. But he's still cleaning this up ever so slowly.
Yeah, he will.
But we see Tato switching into the land. He's getting Arbalest.
Condos.
Ooh, condos.
Tell me condo.
They can't really go very far though, thanks to all these walls.
That's true, and Tato sees them with that one outpost that he has just in behind enemy lines. What can't Tato see right now? He sees everything. Looks like Frantic have lost their castle as well due to Viper's faster trebuchet production. And honestly, at the moment, I don't see how Frantic have a way back into this game. If they're losing water, they don't look very good on land either.
Right. They've got a slightly unfortunate map generation. There's just this huge forest straight down the middle that we can see here on the right. They're like blocks off land access to huge portions of the island. But
Kind of works in their favor as well.
well, it defends them a little bit, but it also prevents them from taking more space, which I think they sort of wanted to do. They wanted Vivi to go push on land, and he sort of can't go anywhere at this point.
They absolutely need to get some Trebs out or some bombard cannons to take out the Trebs of Viper here.
They're gonna have problems soon because Viper's getting harbors tech. He's getting that tech at the castle age. He's gonna have harbors all over this island, all around the sides, preventing any raids or any other boats coming nearby.
Thalassocracy, there it is, the harbor coming out. And, well, Vivi's trying to bust through this wall here, and he might just pull it off, actually. But the
taking a lot of damage.
The harbor's helping a little
For
bit.
sure.
He might at least kill the knight. There you go. But the condos maybe not. It's hard to say, because the galleons are here now as well. If he can just bust through this house, then Vivi will be into Viper's economy. And Viper isn't really prepared to defend this at all now.
Well, he can always just drop his own barracks to make some condos.
He can, yeah. I mean, he doesn't need any upgrades, of course, to do that. It's just a teammate of the Italians. But GG is being called. Seems like the Frantic team have given it up right there. They know that without the water control, they will lose this game. And with everything in the middle that's just sort of going wrong as well. We were kind of watching Viper's Harbor here, but at the same time, Tato was actually cutting through with Onager, and that just resulted in Frantic being wide open, and they had no military at all. They had no castle, they had no military production buildings. It was all taken down, and Frantic lost, or would have lost, everything in the center of the map. And with things going badly on the water and things on the land quickly going south as well, there's no way that Frantic can hold in that game. And so they call GG right there, which is completely reasonable. And we're going to reset the the overlay thing. Just give me a second here.
I can't log in.
You can't log in?
No.
Ah, interesting. Looks like we have a problem with our overlays then. Interesting stuff. Let's see if we can fix that real quick. Application error. Ah, nice. So it looks like our overlay software has broken. I don't think there's anything we can do about that, unfortunately. We're relying on like a third-party software, and it's gone down, and we don't know what to do about that. So what we will do is quickly implement the. Let's think about this. If I try and change the scene, it's not going to work. So we're kind of stuck in game right now. Just give us a second here, and we'll figure this out. Let me just put the music on real quick while we plan something. All right, so there we go. All right, sorry about that. We just quickly switched to local overlays rather than the ones we were using before.
The online fancy ones that we normally have.
Yeah, which have now gone down, so we can't use them. And I don't know. We'll see if we can get them back at some point. Basically, some error We don't know what that is.
Yeah,
So
there's some weird application error that's just dropped it for some reason.
yeah. So we don't have any overlays now for between game stuff, but we do have the games. So if you want to load up the next game, Robo,
Yep.
I'll come back, and then what we'll do is we'll just put the be right back thing on, and yeah. So you'll see this screen when we're out of the game, and then we'll load the next game up, and we'll go straight back into it, and then we can introduce it and continue it on. So just bear with us a second here. We are nearly ready for the next game. There we go. So Robo can launch the next one, and we'll be into the second game in just a tick. So functionally, we can still watch all the games. That's no problem. But having all the overlays which show the maps and standings and stuff, not going to happen unless the app comes back and it fixes itself. I don't know. Maybe Baron is around today, but we don't know. So, welcome back, everybody. We are here with game number 2. I'm just going to fix the scoreboard slightly so it's more lined up. There it is. All right, cool. So, game 2 between Frantic and Secret for the Escape Champions League 3v3 stage. This is a best of 5. Secret are 1-0 at the moment after the first game on Atoll, and now game 2 is Hillfort, and what a strange map generation indeed.
Very strange, yeah. Normally, like as we saw with the Frantic team, it's like one shared hill. You've got the nice walls that are all sort of, you know, intermingled. You've got the different colors all lined up nicely, and then Viper over there is just, you know, stuck by himself on his own slightly separate hill.
On his one.
Which is a little strange. It could make him a little vulnerable if Frantic decided to go incredibly aggressive. Like they get between him and Doubt, and he's sort of, you know, trapped by himself. He can't really defend.
Maybe.
Or he might be able to defend. He might not. He might have some troubles if they're all on him and he's separated like that.
Yeah, perhaps. I'm not sure, to be honest, because in a way you could also see it as a benefit, because if one wall gets breached, then everyone is breached, right? The whole wall is compromised. But if Viper gets breached, then it's only Viper who gets breached. The other two are absolutely fine. They're safe. Whereas if Doubt gets breached, then it's only him and Tato who are breached and not all 3 players.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair point. I didn't think of that.
But as far as like the other stuff is concerned, you can always shoot over the walls. And obviously if you're put between them, then yeah, you can kind of cut each other off. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Civ-wise, though, we've got same Civs apart from the Burmese and the Spanish. So we've got, for Secret, Viper playing as the Mayans, as always. Doubt playing as the Burmese, and Tato playing as the Vietnamese. And then for the Frantic team, we've got CL as the Mayans, Tim as the Vietnamese, but then Spanish for Vivi instead of the Burmese that Doubt has here.
That's, I think, quite interesting, because obviously Conquistadors are... They're a good unit, especially in Castle Age, when like 3 or 4 of them are so much better than 3 or 4 of basically any other unit you can make.
Yeah.
Especially for their cost.
Well, you know that the Arambai are also a pretty good unit.
Yeah, but since the nerfs to Arambai, because they were so good, they're really, really expensive now. It's like 80 wood per unit, so it slows down your boom.
It's a lot.
Which is, like, they're still a good unit for sure, but they're not as good as they used to be. So I'm guessing at this point that Secret has decided, okay, we're just going to save Spanish for a later map. You know, maybe we lose Hillfort, maybe we win it, whatever. But they've deliberately decided, you know, we want Spanish for a different map, I think.
Well, I mean, we're just thinking about this from the perspective of the Castle Age units. You know, we're thinking, Conquistadors and Arambai. Well, the Burmese player doesn't have to go for Arambai.
That's true.
You know, the Burmese player could go for elephants.
But you've already got a Vietnamese player who could do elephants. They're not as good, but they're still elephants, right?
That's true. That's true. But yeah, I mean, it's not like they're just limited, though. There are options. Okay. You could see a sling coming in. Do you know what also could happen? Sling the Mayans twice.
Yeah, that's a tried and true technique.
It's almost like it's set up for that. It's like Doubt and Tato have their own
little
yeah,
spot.
This is like the slingers area, and this is the slingies area. And Viper will get a double sling and just do what they always used to do, you know?
Just tons and tons of plumed archers and some rams.
Could happen.
That definitely could happen. I think seeing a Vietnamese sling would not be out of the question.
Agree.
Although we're seeing Tim
kinda
as the
suck.
Vietnamese going up incredibly quickly. Probably not going to see a sling. That looks like a mining camp on stone there.
Towers? Castle? No,
No, it's
it can't
Trush.
be. Yeah, it can't be a
Right.
castle. He's going up with 18 vills, so it has to be towers. So looks like Frantic want to bring
Play
the
aggressive.
pain.
Yeah.
All right. Didn't they do that last time? Or was that a different team? One team went really aggressive on this map. And it didn't work.
VNA versus Secret
Ah,
on Hillfort.
Yes.
What was it? Yeah, so there's some man-at-arm trushes coming in at the same time.
yeah. And I think that all the teams seem to want to take the same approach against Secret. Just be really annoying and be really aggressive and stop the Mayan player from getting slung to victory, right?
For sure. But we see, like, Doubt and Tato
Wow.
both going up at, like, fairly normal times. Around, 22, 23 pop. But Viper not up yet. Looks like he's just going to go straight fast castle and just sort of pray for his allies to defend him at this point.
Well, it looks like that for the Frantic team as well. None of them are up to feudal yet, with the
Except for
exception
Tim.
of Tim, who's up. But the others are still Dark Age, still adding villagers. 25 vills for both of them now. Feudal Age still not coming in.
Okay.
And there's Tim's Trush.
So maybe we're going to see a Trush into Sling. That could be the situation.
Yes, I think the plan here is Tim, you go do damage. You're Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Do
You're
what
not
you can.
the best Civ in the game.
Right, exactly. And then once you've lost inevitably, come back home and
Sling us.
just sling us some resources. I like this though. This little war's cute, isn't it?
Yeah, just stops them walking around there. I
I
like
want to
that.
be with you guys. Let's hold hands, says Viper. And the other's like, oh, do we have to? It's like, yes, I'll build a wall.
I'll do it. Don't worry. No pressure. Like, you don't need to do any work.
Symbol of peace. But it comes down Scout, and obviously we could see the other scouts coming over as well, or the other scout from Tato any second now. But it looks like Tim will get both towers up successfully, but he's not through any walls yet. He's not really denying any resources yet either.
That tower's okay. Like, it sort of harasses that wood line and that gold.
Yeah, that was
But
okay.
at the moment, like, he can't really do damage to one or either player. He's sort of just doing a little bit to both, which inevitably is nothing. Right? Like, he's harassing that gold, sure, but Doubt doesn't even want to take that gold at the moment. It looks like he's making scouts at this point.
Yeah. I wonder if, like, so Tato here is obviously going to go sling
Yep.
here. He's building the market. Doubt's going for stable. I wonder if players enjoy slinging. Like, if your team's secret, and you're like, right, Tato, I'm sorry. You're going to have to do the sling this game. And Tato's like, oh, but do I have to? Like,
Dad,
come
I
on.
wanted to have some fun.
I want to be the Mayans, and Viper's like, no, you know the rules. I am the Mayans, and it's like, oh, okay. But like, do you think they want to do this? Oh, they're obviously doing it because it's strong, and maybe they get a lot of pleasure from winning. But at the same time,
Yeah,
it's
I don't. Oh, actually, to be fair, I think Tato probably has a ton of fun because he does all those crazy just walling the map, building outposts everywhere, walling their trade line.
True.
He does all those annoying little things at the same time. He doesn't just sit there and sling resources. He's actively, doing annoying strategies out on the
Yeah,
map.
doing stuff. That's true. Looks like Tim here will have his first tower taken down, and a villager did die as well. But
I think
it's
he
only
might have
one
lost two
vill.
villages.
Oh,
to be
has he
honest.
lost two? I thought he lost oh yeah, he must have done. He lost a scout and 2 vills. And he might lose more as well, because his other villagers are still far forward. In fact, he did just lose another one. And there's another one here that could potentially die as well. But he hops in the tower, and at some point that tower will die. Looks like Doubt's taking the responsibility for cleaning the towers up, and Viper even actually denying another tower on the north side as well. So
Okay, that's probably killed a villager as well.
yeah, it's
Okay, but
pretty
we
good.
see Upper Castle Age, Vivi and CL both going up really fast times. Viper's a little bit slower, but he had to defend from those towers, so it makes a little bit of sense. And now we see the Tato Sling coming into Viper. He's getting a little bit of food, a little bit of gold at the moment. And Tim
Tim
preparing.
did a blacksmith though.
Maybe just for fletching? Just in case.
He
the
doesn't
team-
have fletching.
Right, but if the trust goes well, you want to get fletching, right?
Yeah, that's
So maybe
true.
he built it and then he lost the tower. It's like, oh, well, that was a bit of a waste.
Right, yeah, that's true. But yeah, he should be slinging soon. And then meanwhile, you've got Castle Age in for Vivi, and hopefully we'll see some expansion as well. But Castle up first. CL should be looking for expansion. but will also be dropping a castle.
Well,
Jesus,
he's
got
got a lot of
900.
stone.
He's got 1,000 stone.
So I'm guessing 1 castle, 2 TCs?
Oof! And look at look at how much wood he's got.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well,
CL.
he's also on the wood on the outside, just north of his base.
Yeah.
So I would
TC
assume we
here.
see. Yep. Right in time, there's the TC.
Hey! Sorry, but yeah, he's spending down that stone now, and he'll have another TC up very soon as well. Vivi, on the other hand, doesn't quite have the stone for another TC yet, but he will have it in just a moment, and it looks like we'll see Conks and Plumes, whereas for Team Secret, we'll have the Mayan Plumes, but what else?
That's about it at this point. There's some scouts
Yeah.
running around, they can't really do much.
It's double sling the Mayans at this point, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. Doubt we'll go up to Castle, and we might see some... Knights.
I guess. I would assume we're going to see knights at this
I
point.
don't like that, though. Plumes and Conks versus Plumes and Knights. I like the Conks
Yeah.
a bit more.
I agree. I think that's probably a better combination. But the thing is, like, as we see, Vivi's really slowed down. He built the castle. He hasn't got any TCs going.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So his boom isn't going to be amazing. If he doesn't get 3 TCs rolling by the time Doubt hits Castle Age, right, that's TC number 2. He needs to get another one
Yeah.
before Doubt's up, or else Doubt should have a better economy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this one fortunately has been walled in, so and he does get on that, and so it should be fine for Vivi here. Just to answer the question in chat, why Vietnamese?
Well, all the teams have to use 2 civs out of the Southeast Asia civ pool. So that's things like Vietnamese, Malay, Japanese, Chinese, Burmese.
Dirty knees.
Yeah, sure, that's one of them too. Right. So in this game, Vietnamese, Spanish, and Burmese are all civs from the civ pool, and then they've both chosen Mayans as their one non-civ pool
Non-civ
civ
pool
pool.
civ, yeah. So that's how the civ pool comes into play here. Brilliant walls
Oh,
by
the
Tato.
dock
Look
block.
at that. Oof. He's just totally closed off the right side. He knows that the Conks and the Plumes are going
Right.
to be making their way
The thing
out.
is, like, there's still palisade walls, right?
There
Or
should
is
be
he
a
fully
demo
walled?
ship in here.
Oh, he's even deleted his palisade walls and stonewalled the fronts.
Beautiful. And
And
Doubt
Doubt's
joining up forces up toward this castle. Viper's the most exposed at the moment.
Right, but he's also the one who's going to make the most
Yes.
army, so he can, in theory, defend
Defend.
his space.
That's such a good wall, and they did that so quickly as well. You know, while we were distracted by looking at the TCs and the development of the Frantic team, Secret were just over here walling hard. And they're not getting through here in a hurry.
Is Tato making demos at
Well,
some
I think
point?
he should.
Yes.
There it is. So
This could be dangerous,
that's
right?
such a Tato thing
If
to
they
do.
stay there on that water, oh boy.
So you're probably right. Tato probably does enjoy the sling. If he gets to do that, at least.
If he gets to do funny
It's his
things like
favorite
this.
thing in the game, making demos. That's like what he's known for. Here we go. Let's see this. Oh, and they're getting closer as well. They're getting closer.
I feel like you'd wait for 2 demos.
Yeah, maybe, but if you pop, if they see the flag, they might back up, and they're also not on the water.
Right, but once they kill one dock, they then have to go through the space, right?
Ooh,
Because they're
yeah,
destroyed, so then the next dock can pop one out too.
that's true. Let's see. Tato's, I thought he was going to go for the repair there. He's putting another dock behind it. Are you kidding me? Okay. So that's not going to be as effective as we
the
thought.
demo, okay, the demo is dead.
Now. Okay.
Well,
Well,
it's only 2 conks. Maybe he's just waiting for like 8 or 9.
I'm so impatient. I just want this. I want to see this. There's X's and flares on the left side. I want to know what's going on there too. But Vivi's not stupid. He's not just gonna. Well,
Maybe.
I mean, I was hoping he wasn't just gonna run straight in there and Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Oh, he got what 2 conks and a bit of
he's got
damage
two
on the
very
rest.
low.
Okay, is he making another demo?
Probably.
Yes, of course. It's Tato.
Oh, Vivi, don't get debated twice, man.
Oh no.
They're all
Oh.
grouped up right here.
Oh.
That's asking for trouble. What are you doing? Vivi, what are you doing? You're just asking for trouble. Get out of there.
Oh no.
Jesus.
No.
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 What's he doing?
Yes. No.
He literally knows that this could.
Oh!
Vivi!
Oh, the build-up was so intense, and
That actually annoys me, though. That actually pisses me off.
right, the slinging player has like the 2nd best KD in the game.
Yeah. Art of the Trolls in the chat.
Okay, I'll just go check if.
Robo's gonna message you. Just if you could check that. But yeah, so Viper has the advantage here with the upgrades. He's got +2 defense over CL. Obviously, Viper's getting a lot more slaying. CL, meanwhile, is going to be the first up to Imp, so we should be seeing that in just a moment. He's also building a castle in the middle of the map, so it's 2 castles versus 1 at the moment. Should be pretty good for CL if he continues this. He's done really well so far, to be honest, but I'm just disappointed in Vivi for like letting that happen. Like that's actually tilting me.
Just suiciding all those things there.
Like he knew it would happen. He saw the first demo come out, and then he's going to go stand next to a dock.
Right.
Like, you're telling me that's a good idea?
Why didn't you just run away somewhere else and try to do damage?
Yeah, why didn't you just kill the house?
Right. There's no reason to sit there in such a dangerous position. Right. Like even if there weren't demos, like Viper could just come around the back and just trap him in there and kill him.
Right.
Like, it just seems like a silly position to be in.
Oh, and CL's coming forward with castle number 3 as well. I mean, this is a really confident play from CL. He feels like he's got the advantage, and to be honest, he has. He's going to be Imp slightly faster. And
he's got more villages than Viper.
Yeah, and he's got more castles.
More castles, so he's got more plume production. He's slightly behind on military at this point, but that should quickly change.
Is Viper actually getting double slung still, or what is Doubt actually doing?
Doubt's in Castle Age. He's got some TCs.
He's just booming.
He's got the most builds in the game. How many TCs is he making?
This is Doubt in a nutshell.
Yeah, full Doubt
8
plays.
TC Doubt play.
Okay, Viper, you just make sure you don't die, and I'll come win the game in 20 minutes.
With elephants.
Yeah. I'll just flood the map with 50 elephants, and they just won't be able to stop it.
That seems to be the plan. Vivi is just thrown away any opportunity to do damage here, really. And CL's going to take the fight against Viper here, but he doesn't have Bracer yet, so Viper going to have the edge at the start of this engagement, and it's enough to basically
win that early
cut down
fight.
CL's numbers in half, and well, that's what happens if you fight before your techs come through.
Oh, and that Trebuchet. He didn't see the first castle, and he must have gone to Treb 1 further at the back.
4 HP. CL, it's getting sloppy.
You need to go repair that Treb. Don't repair the castle. Repair the Treb. Please. That's just begging to be killed.
It's on fire. It's burning, Robo.
That's the problem. Your huge weapon of siege destruction is burning. Fix it.
There we go.
No.
Walk straight past it.
He's given up on that
Never
castle.
mind. I've got another castle to build. So what went from being a great start and a castle advantage for CL has basically turned into a disaster.
Right. And the problem here is that he's got a Treb disadvantage. He has 1 Treb that is burning versus 4 Trebs for the Viper.
Which are not burning, for the record.
Sorry, 3 Trebs, not 4.
He's going to immediately come forward, rolling on in for the next castle. And CL probably regrets building so far forward now. Defender's advantage. Viper had the hills, and he had the hill advantage on that castle as well from here.
He shouldn't have been 3 Trebs ahead, though.
No, he shouldn't. And, wow. So CL's going to deploy
those
his
plumes could just run over there and shoot it and then run home.
They could.
Like, it's not even worth trebbing down that
They
trebuchet.
might.
If you see how much HP is on it, you just walk over there and shoot it. Like, send 4 plumes and it's dead.
Yeah, that's worth it every day of the week. CL losing this to Viper massively. He's just getting outplayed. Meanwhile, Doubt on the way up to the Imperial Age now. Vivi going up as well. But Vivi will be going into Paladin, right? I assume.
Presumably. Yeah, he's doing scale barding armor, so Paladins it'll be.
And Doubt will be going into Elephants.
Elephants. With a huge boom. He's 110 bills almost. I'm just wondering, is CL normally the Mayan player for Frantic? Because normally I would assume that Tim would be that sort of hard carry that is what the Mayans are supposed to be.
Maybe. I mean, Tim taking the slinging role is definitely sort of a back seat, isn't it?
Right, because he's like the premier player along with Vivi. Like, they're the 2 main, most well-known players for Frantic. It seems strange for him to be slinging.
Well, yes, but I don't think CL is a bad player by any means.
No, I'm not saying that,
So,
but I think Tim is generally slightly better than CL.
right. Yeah, perhaps. Maybe more experienced with this
like
setup.
Kato is still an amazing player, but he is generally the slinger.
Right.
Simply because
Vivi.
that's how their team works, right? I'm not
Yeah,
sure how they've gotten in there.
They got in here,
Ooh.
apparently.
guess.
Maybe they blasted their way through the wall and they killed a few villas as well. I love that you can see where they've been by the dead bodies
pile
on
of
the
bodies,
floor.
yeah.
But it looks like Vivi will at least get something done out of these conks. But I'm just underwhelmed, really, by CL and Vivi this game. I feel like they've really not lived up to the expectation. And well, Vivi's going to go for Cavalier now. Doubt still waiting and waiting for the battle elephants.
I
There
feel like
they are.
that should be a huge problem. Like, as soon as Vivi went into the back of their base and just saw that Tato has tons of TCs, like, that should be ringing alarm bells.
Yeah,
Burmese, lots of farms. Uh-oh.
that's Nelly.
There's a train of elephants coming soon. Like,
Yeah,
we need to prepare something.
and not even just that, but Viper is 20 military ahead of CL as well. So, you know, it's even Viper's plumed archers at this point are in a good position.
Yeah, like,
to
that's scary to
do
begin
damage.
with.
Yeah,
And, like, this is just one guy fighting you. Soon there's going to be a guy here with a bunch of elephants as well. How are you going to, you know, prevent
here
that?
they come.
Like, who's
Indent
taking
come.
into helms? Who's making the monks, right? Like, they need to be doing that now. They can't wait until they already take damage.
Yeah, I completely agree. And at this point, I mean, the only thing that Frantic's really got going for them is the hill advantage, the defender's advantage over here. It's 2 castles for CL versus 3 for Viper. It's 46 versus 64 military. And now it's Elite Battle Elephants versus Cavalier. 300 health versus 140. 16 attack versus 12. 6 pierce armor versus 4. But the Battle Elephants aren't even fully upgraded yet. And there you have it. So Doubt's just going to push up this hill.
Yeah,
And
I don't think...
why would he stop?
I think Frantic has lost this game. Or I'm not sure if they've lost it, really. I think Secret has just won the game. Like, obviously, Vivi could have done more with his comps. But I don't think there was really any way for them to stop Burmese at this point.
That's true. What a tank. He's waiting for +4 defense. He still doesn't want to go up the hill. Doubt has lost his nerve. I guess the capped rams are helping to tank as well here. But
And then the elephants are just like their own ram,
once that
basically.
+4 defense comes in, I would expect him to just push up.
Right, and he's probably waiting for a few more numbers as well.
Yeah.
Like, because 20 elephants is always better than 10.
Yeah, that's true. He's got 25 right now, apparently, but they're not all in the right place, so
They're
coming
not
over.
exactly a speedy unit, right? You got to wait for them to like get there. so
They
you
are
can
if they're
push.
Khmer.
Well, you don't have
He's
Khmer
not.
here.
So Paladin, there you go. Kind of awkward, isn't it, when you just outgun this hard? And there you go, +4 defense on the elephants coming in. That's a lot of pierce armor. And, well,
Just the splash damage from the elephants is so dangerous against Paladin. You need helms and monks and things. Okay, we see Vivi, he's getting Sanctity. He's probably massing some monasteries somewhere, but I think it's a little bit too late at this point.
yeah, just a little bit. They're still pushing uphill, though, so it's still the defender's advantage.
But
for-
CL's just lost another castle.
That's true.
That's 3 castles that he's lost so far.
Viper's going to lose his trebs, but there's another castle coming up right here, so he can easily replace them.
And let's be fair, like, elephants are basically rams. They can kill buildings pretty well by themselves.
Yeah, they're pretty good. And they're pretty tanky too, believe it or not. And they do splash damage, so getting up in the face of these plumed archers.
Yeah, you just have to spread
Look
them.
at the damage here. They're just getting in, getting on, and doing the D. Looks like another castle will be basically built in the same spot from CL.
Back slightly.
I'm not sure about that. It's not too bad, to be honest, but
I feel like
Oh boy.
not getting masonry at this point is just a little silly. Maybe he can't afford it, but like that extra, 1,000 HP it gives you could, buy you a little bit more time, slow down the treb push.
yeah, he's just trying to build up as many plumed archers as he can, I think, but it's really not easy. And also having the 3 castles here definitely helps with the elephants.
Oh, that's true, that's true. There's a ton of extra arrow fire.
Oh yeah,
But, the trebs, they're firing. You see these flaming balls of death just coming out of the sky.
having balls of death coming from the sky. That's one way to describe a trebuchet. But yeah, hoarding's being researched, so he is thinking about that. Vivi now going to block printing illumination, but it's too late, really, isn't it? He's just not. He's not there.
Right.
What is Vivi?
Just trying to take that gold just from
Okay.
behind their base.
Yeah,
but it looks
sure.
like Tato's almost fully stonewalled, so they're going to have a protected trade line.
Yeah, he's.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
whoa! Big hole at the right side.
2 paladins, though, versus this huge army of elephants on the front.
Yeah, Vivi doesn't really have anything left, military-wise. He's got a few paladins coming over, but he's outnumbered by elephants still.
Right, plus the fact that Viper has, almost 90 plumed archers.
Yeah,
Not looking too good.
doesn't look too hot.
And CL building another castle up there on the hill, buying stone to get it up. Viper, maybe he loses his trebs again, but, just build some more.
Well, he doesn't. They were well defended that time. There was a lot of elephants there, and the plumed archers immediately turned around to fight paladins as well. Yeah, they're getting pushed back hard. On the right side, though, the two paladins do make it through, and they will prevent Tato from closing off that right side. So that means Vivi can sneak through. And what is going on here? That's a tiger attacking a paladin. And the paladin doesn't seem to have noticed. So maybe Gaia will actually get a kill this game.
It could be. And someone in chat just pointing out, it looks like Tato is walling off the north corner of the map.
He is.
Yep, preventing the...
Oh,
It's
he
still
got it
walled.
as well.
Even if the villager has
Oh,
died
that's
somehow.
brilliant. Oh, no, he's still
He just
there.
walked,
I think it was a convert. No, it couldn't have been a
No.
convert. That was Viper's Muck.
just laming their trade line. Okay, so they lose trade, but they also lose trade.
I
so
want to see
fair
this
trade.
tiger getting a kill on this paladin.
I don't think we've got enough time.
No, GG call. All right, we're just gonna say that the tiger won the game for Team Secret there. Really well played overall, though. I mean, they just obviously had the better late game. CL and Vivi just did no damage in the Castle Age at all, and the early Imperial Age was kind of butchered by CL as well. He should have had the edge over the Viper, but he kind of couldn't push against Viper and lost out massively there. Engaging before he had Bracer really set him back a bit. His Treb production was poor, and obviously his Treb being in range of Viper's, his castle being in range of Viper's hill made it much harder to defend as well. So GG, well played by Team Secret. And Tato just doing Tato things, you know. He's slinging all game, but he doesn't mind. He still gets to make some demo rafts and kill some conks. He still gets to do some funky walling and prevent the enemy team from trading by being up in the north of the map. That dedicated lamer player, that dedicated sort of slinger, it's quite a good position to fill, and Tato seems to have a good time doing it as well. So there you have it. The bitrate of this stream is 6,400 kilobits per second, so it should be pretty good quality, hopefully, unless it's lagging for you, in which case I guess maybe it's too high bitrate, but you can bring the quality down. But yeah, I think this is a cool map. I like that teams spawn together. It's really nice. We are going to go ahead and update the scoreboard now, and Provelaze is back. All right, so we're going to go back onto Provelaze. Just give us a second here while we get our overlay stuff back up and running. Apologies for that. All right, there we go. So apologies for the lack of overlay there. We had a little issue, but we're going to now see the...
There we go.
There it is. It's back. So we got the map pull back, and obviously we had Hillfort win for Secret, Atoll win for Secret. It's a best of 5. Descent Ring.
It's a do or die map.
It is, but Secret have to have the edge on this map.
I think so. I don't think Secret lost a map on Descentering in any of the 1v1s
No.
that they played in the 1v1 bracket of the Southeast Asia stage. They dominated. Even Jordan, who isn't
Wow.
in the best.
Robo.
Okay,
Even Jordan
even
won
Jordan,
on that map.
right?
Oh.
Like he's still a good player for sure, but like compared to Tato, Dowd, MBL, Leary, etc., like the very peak players, he's not up there in the top 10 anymore like he used to be. But he still absolutely dominated on the map. He was so well prepared. Secret obviously know what they're doing.
Yes, I agree. And I think mechanically they're better players, as demonstrated here as well.
Even Jordan.
You know what I'm worried about? I'm worried that for the LAN final, Secret are just going to dominate. It's not fair, man. I want to see really close games between the two finalists, and Secret just killing everything and everyone in their way at the moment.
Yeah, hopefully whichever team makes it in the second position is able to put the effort in, preparing, they know what strategies they want to do, and they have something ready to go.
All right.
But
Well,
that's 4 months away or something.
that's some time away yet, but I really hope it's going to be close. Anyway, Descent Ring coming up, and I mean, I'm saying this, I'm saying this as though Secret have, certainly won the next map. I mean, there's absolutely no guarantees, but it's just they already look strong, and this is a map where they really will shine, I believe.
And so it pushes towards all of their strengths, right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
very much a team map. Like, you all need to know what you're doing as part of your team. You need to be well versed mechanically in what to do on the map individually, and you need to be able to adapt to like the weird positioning that you might be in and what
Yeah.
the opponent does. Because sometimes someone sneaks behind you, and all of a sudden, shit, there's 20 paladin or 20 knights or something.
Yeah.
You got to be able to adapt and
Or
work together
camels.
to
You never know.
do something
Persians
against
are popular on this map too. But yeah, you're right. And so here we go. Game 3, Secret versus Frantic in this best of 5. It's match point for Secret as we go into Descent Ring here. And if they win this, they'll be through to the grand final against the...
Winner of AM and Suomi.
Exactly. And that'll be coming up right after this match. So stick around for that. Oh boy. This is interesting because it's Frantic's home map, right?
Yes.
They picked this. They chose their fate. And
Yep.
they chose Descent Ring. So they obviously have a plan. They obviously have a strat in mind. But this is not an easy map. And it's a map which I think, as you just said, plays to all of the strengths of Team Secret.
Well, to be fair, they had to choose between the 3 final maps. They had to choose between Descent Ring,
Bog.
Riverbed, and Bog.
Hmm.
So maybe out of those 3, they thought we would prefer to play Descent Ring first.
Yeah, what do we know here? What's our most comfortable or
Yeah,
what are we most
exactly.
experienced with? So we'll introduce the teams and players. Viper in the yellow to the north on the flank, playing as the Persians. Looks like he'll be the player to land on the outside.
Most likely.
Tato in the middle, Chinese, red player, and Pocket. So, Chinese guaranteed on this map. Like, just save Chinese for
If
Descent
you
Ring
don't
every
use
time.
Chinese on Descent Ring, it's almost an auto loss.
You lose. They say there's no such thing as a civ win. They're wrong. On
On
this map,
on
at
on,
least.
on non-standard maps that aren't Arabia, there are definitely civ wins.
Yeah, I agree. Arabia, however, different story. Doubt in the south on the flank, Portuguese. And he's playing in the purple once again. So it looks like Viper's then going to be moving out to the edge. His TC
Right.
going up there.
That's
Nice
a nice
placement.
spot. He's got the berries, he's got 2
Oh, and
shortfish.
Vivi giving him a couple of water buffalo as well. Couldn't be happier with
Wow,
that, could he?
that is almost perfect.
Yeah, it's great. He's got everything he needs here and an abundance of food, which is going to be important. He left a villager behind just to keep chopping wood so that he could build a house
Yeah.
and probably another house as well at some
Yeah, later
point.
on. And just leave that villager there for the entire game, just chopping wood, basically.
Yeah.
And, when he makes a dock, maybe you make the dock on the island, because there's better fish.
Yeah, maybe.
So-
Depends, but I think you're probably right.
Could be an option.
Back here, maybe. Maybe he wants to grab the gold later with this fill. He's got options. But
sure, for
the
sure.
point is, the Persian players moved out to the edge for both teams. In the Frantic team, we've got Vivi playing as the Chinese in blue. We've got CL in the teal playing as the Persians, and then Tim in the green playing as the Portuguese. So it's actually mirrored on the south, both Portuguese. The Chinese player is in the pocket for Secret, but then it's on the north flank for Team Frantic.
So where's... Okay, CL's TC. I'm not super happy with that TC, because it's so far away from the edge of the water.
Mm.
We already see he's a villager behind Viper. It's probably more like a villager and a half. Something like that, because you just walk so much further than Viper has just to get to that spot to make the TC.
And he's doing Loom now as well.
That's not ideal.
So he's going to be like 2 vills behind Viper here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is there anywhere else he could have made the TC, though? Anywhere closer
there are,
to the water?
just to add though, there are a lot of water buffalo
Oh,
here.
it's still a fine TC position. Like, you've got wood, you've got the rhinos,
Mm.
you've got buffalo, that's sure. But, like,
It's okay.
Viper, he's got the berries. Even without the berries, just the shorefish and being so close, right?
Yeah.
You want to build your TC as quickly as possible. That's why civs like Chinese and Mayans are good on this map. Because you start with the extra villages, you chop the wood faster, you build the TCs faster. That's why, Tato's 5 vills ahead of the other players, right?
Same as Vivi, right?
Yeah. Like, Chinese are just amazing on this map.
But CL is behind.
For sure.
6 vills to 8 of Team Secret here. That's worrying, but it could be worse. I mean, the point here is really that he's the guy on the land, not on the water.
Yep. So he's going to doing scouts at nights and just harassing everyone's land economy while the other two players try to.
So those two
have fish.
villages aren't as impactful as if you were on the water and you were late to feudal and you couldn't contest on the water
Okay,
here.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But it's still bad. And obviously both teams going for similar strategies, similar approaches here. It's going to come down to who wins the water in the early game, at least. That's what our focus will be on. Looks like we'll have Tato and Vivi basically neck and neck. Looks like Tato's slightly ahead in villager production, about half a villager ahead.
Mm-hmm.
The
And his
dock,
dock was also slightly faster, but
yeah, the dock for Vivi is,
he's faster on the fish though.
yeah, he's
So
a
it
little
balances
ahead
out.
there. So I think overall Tato and Vivi are very close right now.
They're neck and neck.
Doubt has a lot of water buffalo on his island. I think he was grabbing them from the edge and sending them back. Tato doesn't actually have many. He's only got 2 left.
Well, yeah, as you said, like Doubt's gone around. He's done his scouting with his buffalo, and then he's decided, I'm just going to bring them home and I'm going to eat them. Because now you can transport sheep and other herdable animals in your transport ship. You know, why not? Once you've scouted enough of the map, you don't really need them on the outside anymore.
I think it might be wise for Doubt to maybe send a couple of extra water buffalo.
Did he get the transport ship? Oh.
Close.
If Tim lost his transport ship, that's also almost an instant loss.
That's true.
Because then you can't
send your
villagers
bills out.
Because normally on this map, once you click feudal age, you want to start transporting villagers to the outside for lumber camps. Because like you run out of wood on your island very, very quickly. If you don't have a transport ship, A, you have to spend 125 wood on a new one. And B, you have to slow down, right? You have to either stop making fish, or once your second dock is built, you make it. And it's just so much slower. It prevents you having a nice smooth wood income.
Yeah, you've got to get the lumber camp. I almost said the logging camp. Like, what?
That's kind of what it is.
Well, it is, but like, where did logging camp come from? That's not a thing. You got to get it up on the edge. That's important, as you say. I mean, there's so many downsides of losing that transport ship. But Doubt looks like he's set with a lot of water buffalo. Tato's got a lot less. I thought maybe Doubt might, share the love, send some water buffalo over, but
That's
Doubt's
not
Doubt.
what Doubt does.
That's not Doubt. Not a Doubt thing to do.
Not at all.
But Tato now moving out to the edge, as we said, and Vivi doing the same. Already a little bit ahead of Tato, actually. I think Vivi has had a good early game here, but he is 1 villager behind.
And slightly faster.
But slightly faster to the feudal age, and slightly faster with transitioning out to the edge, slightly faster with the fish. There's a couple of things.
Right, but overall, it's pretty neck and neck. The big question here is going to be, though, Doubt versus CL. Sorry, Doubt versus Tim on the water.
Portuguese versus Portuguese, and Doubt is up way faster. Tim,
how much food does he have?
He's got the rhino. It came in quite late, but if he force drops after this vill, he should have the food, right?
Hopefully.
Go on, in you go.
Can you just...
Boop. Oh, he's 5 food away. Oh, that's awkward.
That's
there
still
we go, he got it.
Pretty bad. He's almost a minute slower than his direct opponent.
And the rush distance on this map is incredibly short, look. That's Doubt's Island there, and that's Tim's TC there. It's incredibly close.
Like, the nice thing is that TC helps defend your fish a little bit, but it's still just like, it's not ideal. Like, the fish, they can just sort of ignore you. They can go attack CL's fish wherever they are. They can go double Vivi, maybe. It's, like, as we said in the pre-game sort of discussion, it's very much a mechanical map. You want to be up, within 30 seconds of the ideal time, or else, you just have troubles with everything going forwards.
Oh, for sure. Like, you really need to keep on top of it. And it's like we said in the past, it's such a mechanical map that you really need to be on top of it as well as you can. Oh, is CL fishing here? Wow, well, that's interesting.
How did he just transport a villager there just to make the dock and then went home?
CL is fishing from Tim's island.
Maybe he's thinking that makes it easier for him to defend it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they're closer together, right?
Okay, but also what we normally see on this map is like the two land players, CL and Viper, they sneak a villager somewhere, they make stables behind the enemy lines. Can we see anything like that? Like, I can see there's some teal in like the left-hand corner. Are those just sheep?
Nope, that's a
vill. That's a villager.
That's CL on the opposite side, and I see some yellow specks here as well. But that's just Viper and gold and relics. Can't see any Viper sneaks.
What's that? Is that a blacksmith he's building there?
It is, yeah.
And there's no stable. Oh, okay.
Stable's coming up.
Right, so yeah,
But
he hasn't
Viper
snuck then.
FC.
Obviously,
and-
this is definitely an FC map.
Yeah, right. And CL will do the same, but he's behind enemy lines. Meanwhile, Vivi's walling off with stone. So Viper's not going to be able to get through there very easily unless he uses something like a transport.
Well, good thing he starts with the transport ship, eh?
Hey, isn't that right? But we'll see if he can pull that off, and that's all going to come down to whether or not they win or lose the water, I guess, and if those transports get found. Tato fighting hard against Vivi, and Doubt fighting hard against Tim. It seems kind of even on both sides, to be honest.
Yeah, there's not much really happening at this stage. Normally you would expect, especially the Chinese players, to be really jumping down each other's throats trying to do damage as quickly as possible. But they're both just sort of slowly massing at home and just chilling.
But you know what? Damage is being done economically because while they're even on the water, Tato has pulled ahead with 4 extra villagers already.
Is he 4 vills ahead?
Because he's not had any idle time, and
But
Vivi
that's a
probably
lot
has.
of idle time. That's like nearly 2 minutes of idle time. That's
Yep.
insane.
That's just Tato.
Okay, I like
Being
this.
good.
No sneaking around the side. He's going to get Viper's fish, or at least one of them, hopefully.
Oof. Yeah, that's
one
a
of
dead
them
fish.
just dies instantly. Viper runs away, but Tato's
Viper's
galleys.
like, Tatty,
where are they?
man. Tatty, I'm losing my fish, man. And Tatty's like, all right, I'm coming, man. And then he comes over and he saves the day.
He saves the day, but he still loses, 2 or 3 fish here.
Well, yeah, 3. But that's still good for Tato. He'll get Vivi in a good position and actually be able to do quite a bit of damage there as well. People like my impression of Secret.
Yeah, I think it was pretty on point, to be honest. Like, if anyone's watched their streams, it's very much complaining. Like,
At
why
each
am I
other.
dying? Come help me. Help
Yeah.
me. Help me.
This is not my problem.
Yeah.
Why are you not
You're on
saving
your
me?
own, man. You're just, like, going FC and booming.
Oh, but Viper
He got a villager.
got through. I don't know if he just walked through.
He could have.
But he has a stable on the other side of the wall, and the first knight's coming out, and he knows where the wood line is because he can see the chopped trees through the fog of war.
Right,
So
and this is something you always want. Oh, that villager, though, don't walk too close. You always want to try to hit the water players first, I think, because they're not going to have any What is that
Just
villager
blending in.
doing? Right, they've got no defenses. The only
Yeah.
way they can stop knights is quick walling. And if you get 3 knights into their woodline, well, you can't quick wall that anymore. Like, the knights are there already.
yeah, exactly. So get them in fast, and wow, he's just gonna catch so many vills here. Vivi's like not having the best time on water. He is doing a little bit of damage. He's supporting Tim down here. They're killing some fish, but killing 5 or 6 fish does not make up for losing 8 or 9 vills.
Well, not
And
even that. Even just losing 3 vills in all of this idle time. He's got almost no wood to come in this
the
moment.
transport ship
And he can only fit 5 vills.
clutch, but not clutch
Right,
enough.
he saves 5 vills, and there's still 4 of them just sitting there on the beach waving their friends as they leave. Bye, guys. Don't leave me. Help.
Exactly, and this is just now the water at this point. It's
Right.
kind of an aside. It's still even. Nothing's conclusive there. Tato looks good as well, but at the moment, Viper's getting so many villager kills. He's finding them all. He's got 10 kills
Right.
already.
Can we see, is CL doing anything against the other players?
And he is sending knights down here
Okay,
in
so
the
he
south.
transported around the wall. That's nice.
And Tato, but the timing difference is huge. Tato has a lot more time to react to this now, and he's going to quick gate up the right side. Can he close the left off? A
I don't think
diagonal
so.
gate wouldn't work.
No.
He has to do maybe
too
you
much
can go
of a
like
distance.
this. House,
Oh.
house.
He needs
Gate
another
here,
villager to
gate
come
here.
build it, though, 'cause, like, those knights could just break through pretty quickly.
Oh, but a gate here, and here, and
Oh.
here, and here.
Oh,
It's
no.
through.
Oh, debated.
But still, though, he's baiting it back. He could turn around and build the gate on this side. Oh,
Oh.
he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
We're laughing about this, but remember, CL still has a transport ship.
Tato. Yeah, but still, that was good. That was impressive. I like the way that Tato played
This
that.
this is why we did the no wall mod show
Boom.
match yesterday.
Yeah, that is why we have no wall mod. But yeah, you're right. CL will just send another knight through, and it was like
It's one night just like whacking away at all these villagers, just taking them all down.
yeah.
But look at Vivi's villager count, 27. Like, even though Tato's taking losses, he's still 10 vills ahead.
Oh, he killed the transport ship though.
Oh,
That's
nice.
good.
Okay,
So-
that prevents anything else like this happening. He's still on the inside though, so he can prevent any more gates
How did he
happening.
get through? He must have gone through this gate,
one
right?
of the villagers must have opened it, I guess.
Yeah, right. Still though, Viper, 17
His
kills.
camels are there cleaning up a sea.
Oh, beautiful. Viper's
I
sending
assume the
some
Vill's
stuff.
dead there and the Mangonel's gone.
Yeah, it must be. It's hard to track what's going on. This is a very messy map. But looking at the villager count, down in 27 is Vivi. Everybody else on Team Secret's team
Is around 40.
at the moment, yeah.
CL
40.
and Tim, they're both around 40.
Look at these quick walls. They're really trying, but it's not happening.
Well, you know,
is
it's
it?
Doubt. Doubt's quick walls. They're not as quick as they could be. He's a little slow sometimes.
Well, he's getting old, but
Yeah. It's not his fault, right? It's natural.
yeah, age is a natural process.
And now
You can't stop it.
he's complaining like, Viper, use your camels. They're just sitting there. Help me, man.
Yeah, he got it
There we
though.
go.
He does
He
help
gets
in
it.
the end. And Viper is just, he's cleaned up so much of Vivi. Vivi's gone over here. Like, okay.
They'll never find me here.
It's such a random place to be.
To be honest, they probably wouldn't find him there.
No, they probably wouldn't. But, Tato, look at this. This is perfect.
He could lose the
Tato
transport though.
doesn't want to lose his villagers, but it's fine because Vivi's losing his galleys far too fast. In fact, he's lost everything there. And Tato's going to be pleased with that. The water now firmly won by Team Secret. And
sure.
with that, probably the game. They can come over here and pick off a load of villagers. They can raid. They can be annoying.
They can start fish booming.
Yeah, there's so much now that Frantic's going to have to contend with. This is tough. I mean, this is why Frantic got their name, because at this stage of the game, they're just like frantically pressing all the keys, trying to like make it work, but it's not working. Why isn't it working?
I'm not sure if that's exactly where they got their name from.
Oh,
I would have said it's more their frantic style of play, right? Vivi's like all-in crazy aggression with towers and man-at-arms and
I
forwards and
thought
stuff.
it was to do with how quickly they pressed the keys on their keyboard.
Well, maybe.
I have no idea. I'm making that up.
I
but
feel like my suggestion probably a little bit more accurate.
yeah, probably.
But that's just
I mean,
me,
most people wouldn't choose a self-deprecating name for their team, right?
True. Well, I was in a team once where we were the idle villagers.
Yeah, I was in a Team Fortress 2 competitive team a long time ago because I used to play that game competitively, and we were called Down the Pan because that's the saying for like when everything goes wrong, it goes down the pan, like
Fair
down
enough.
the toilet. And because every time we were winning with throw. So that's another one down the pan.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah. So looks like water well won now for Team Secret. At least it will be very soon. Tato's going to go ahead and clean up the docks.
Right, he's up to Castle Age. He's going to get War Galley, Vodka Arrow, and then just destroy everything that's in the middle.
CL economically is actually quite close to Viper and Vils. He's only 5 behind.
But the thing is,
But he's still behind.
Viper has 15 fish. CL has 0.
That's true as well. And Viper's continuing to expand, building more TCs out here.
He's almost found Vivi.
He almost.
Maybe he moves over there to make another TC. He's like, why can't I build a TC here?
Yeah. It's blocked. Why is it blocked?
Oh.
Oh, okay then. Blue's here. CL still has some units actually. He's got the stable in the barracks, which hasn't been found yet. Unfortunately, I don't think these 6 or 5 camels will be able to do much. Viper has got some knights, but double stables, he'll easily scout them, easily add some camels of his own.
Honestly, I think it's a mistake to attack with those camels, right? Because they say, okay, he still has stuff behind our lines. I need to find it and kill it.
Right, just alerts
And then
you to their presence.
he's going to run there and say, Vivi has TCs here. What the hell? Right? And then they have
Right.
to go kill those TCs. But if the camels didn't show themselves, they wouldn't
get
scout
away
that
with it a
until
bit
they start
longer.
trading, in Imperial Age or something.
That's very true. And wow, look at Tim's island.
It's 2 towers.
It's done. It's finished. Tato has it. Even Doubt here going to be raiding and killing some of Vivi's vills over on his side of the map. And we've got CL sort of closing in here on the right and left. Viper, though, like I said, he's got 2 stables. He can easily throw down some more camels and clean this up.
Right, and he's just dropping more and more TCs, more and more stables, making more fish. He's just running away with this game at this point, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's very little that Frantic can do now. With water being lost, it's very difficult to push on land because there's, about this much can be ranged from the water.
Just about,
And then it
yeah.
gives you just a small patch of land at the back, which is safe. And it's hard
You
to
know,
push then.
If you start to lose a fight, you just walk towards the water.
You
and
retreat
then,
back towards your boats.
Right,
Yeah.
and then if they want to take the fight, well, now I've got 30 war galleys shooting you as well, which is insane.
And wow, Tim's like really walling up here. He doesn't want to
I
risk
think he's
getting
in
landed.
full sling mode at this point, since
Yeah.
he's still feudal age.
That's true. That's true. Slinging CL here.
Probably. But oh no, I think they might have just found
Oh, they have.
Vivi.
Yep, they have. I mean, this is so risky. Is this how like when
Tato with the outposts, I guess.
this is me when I play AoE 3 though. I send my villagers to the opposite side of the map to take hunt
Right.
because they never look there.
They'll never look there. And then they look there and you're like, oh.
And then you
shit.
lose everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But usually by that point it's paid off. Unfortunately for Vivi, this hasn't paid off yet. There's a ram coming
Well,
in.
this is like half of his economy, right? That's about to die.
Yeah. That's pretty rough. I mean, Vivi's got what 54 villas, and there are 16 of them are here.
Plus, there's some on the gold just to the right of that TC.
Ah, yeah, you're right. They might not get found. You never know.
Well, still, he's going to lose a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Those villas are going to try and bash down the rams. They'll sacrifice themselves for the greater good, but
Basically.
they won't succeed in killing both of them.
No. And even the knights and camels can still kill TCs pretty efficiently once you've got that many. And oh
Right,
boy,
yeah, that's
it looks
true.
like the TC was maybe deleted or just destroyed, and now all those
Oh,
villas-
and there's the other half. Of his
yeah, there's
economy.
the other half of
There
the
it is.
economy.
Oh, geez. Well, you
I
know,
want Tato just to move north a little bit and kill them.
nah, Tata's more interested in making sure he gets housed.
Right. 60 out of 95. I don't think that's going to happen for a while.
No, just make sure he kills the houses first, and then if he does build another TC, he can't replenish villages anyway. The mass running
migration.
away of the villas, and they're all dead. They're all dead. Even Tato's here with a gate to make sure he can't escape around
That
this
one
side.
villager is stuck now.
Vivi defeated.
Almost.
Maybe Chrysler, maybe. He's got 49 population, 42 villages. His villages are dying rapidly. He's got some monks, though.
Oh,
Maybe he can get back into this game by converting some
Viper's
villagers
villages.
back. Kind
Yeah.
of like yesterday's village deficit game.
Oh, but this is not looking good for Frantic.
Seaberg's playing his respects in the chat.
Yeah, F for respect. But like, okay, we see CL, he's up to Imp.
Ouch.
Is he really going to be able to like 1v3 at this point? Like, Tim is up to Castle too, but he has what? Tim's sitting on 47 villages. The lowest for Secret is Doubt with 61. And Viper is also up to Imp.
Yeah, Viper's up to Imp as well. And, you know, both Persian players will be up to Imp, but
CL's got a slightly stronger economy than Viper.
he
But
has.
Viper has also basically defeated Vivi. He's got 13 villages left at the 40-minute mark of the game.
Yeah. I mean, Viper could get slung by Tato or Doubt,
Or both.
or both. Yeah. And just do Paladin and Heavy Camel
Just all the things.
and Bombard Cannons
Right.
and Hand Cannons. He could do everything.
Like
Doesn't matter.
As Wallow is the new religion says, Viper's KD 59 to 17. Like, that's just villagers dying everywhere.
And Tato's not far behind, 56 to 18 as well,
Yeah.
as GG gets called. And Frantic realize there is no hope left here in Game 3. It's going to be a 3-0 sweep for Team Secret here in the first match of the day. And they'll find themselves and get their spot in the grand finals here against the winner of our next set of games. And that's, of course, going to be AM versus Suomi. So stay tuned. We've got AM versus Suomi next. The winner of that set goes on to face Secret in the grand finals. We're casting it all today. So if you want to see that, then keep watching, because that's what's coming up. But unfortunately for Frantic, they really just looked out of shape. We didn't have much hope for them on this map, to be honest. And, well, they didn't really perform that well on this map either. Of all of the games today, this was probably their least strong map. But overall, they still looked to just be outclassed by Team Secret. So there you have it. We do have our next game coming up very soon. Aftermath versus Suomi, just around the corner. And I can tell you that should be a fantastic match. I think these teams will be quite closely matched. If you look at the standings, there are just 2 points between Aftermath and Suomi in position 4 and 5. And they're both fighting hard now to get into the finals, because with SY eliminated in round 1, with Frantic now being eliminated in the semis, either Suomi or AM will have the opportunity to go to the grand finals and potentially take that second spot from SY, pushing both the Chinese teams down in the standings. So we'll be back in just a few minutes' time for our next match, Aftermath versus Suomi, just around the corner. Stick around. We'll be back in just 5 minutes' time. Stay tuned.